welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Where are we? That's what you're wondering, isn't it? Well, we're in downtown Colossae, which is sort of halfway between Limassol and Paphos. Well, it's much closer to Limassol because that sign just said 50 odd kilometres to Paphos. Anyway, this is Eremy. So now we're in downtown Eremy, especially for you. And if you're new to the channel, or perhaps you've missed one or two episodes, we are coming from Larnaca. I mean, Larnaca's 100 kilometres that way, but that's the reason for these videos. Why did we go to Larnaca? Did we go to rob a bank? Well, we did on the way back, but we actually went to Larnaca to actually drop off Miss Oching Brasilia both. Yes, that's the blonde beauty. And we also took another beauty. That's Miss Ella, the baby LaBeouf. Yes, that's the daughter. And they're going on a big bird and they're flying to downtown Tbilisi in Georgia. Why are they going there? Well, they're going to see Deda in downtown Tbilisi. They're going to see Ella's grandmother and, of course, Marika's mum. And you never know, she has promised us that she is going to go make one or two little videos in and around Tbilisi. She's going to send them to me, and I'm going to try anyway. He's going to put them into our videos and make some special videos for you. So keep your fingers crossed that she makes them. She doesn't forget or pontificates a little bit. She likes to pontificate, Priscilla LaBeouf. You may have noticed she does like to pontificate, especially when she's in Tbilisi, because there's a lot of shops and markets to go to, and well, she's dreaming of it. So you never know. We might get the odd video or two, and the odd "Hello everybody, how nice to see you again and again." Anyway, well, we are now heading towards the Limassol to Paphos highway, dual carriageway, expressway. So don't click off just yet. Now, what's it say on this sign? I can't even read most of them. Anyway, we're not going that way. Somewhere along here, we will be turning left and we'll be joining that thing in the distance. You can see cars flashing around in a cement mixer, and you can now see a big flyover bridge. Yep, that's where we're going. And that is the expressway from Limassol to Paphos. Well, why are we going to Paphos? Because that's where we live. Well, that's where I live at the moment anyway, so that's where we're going. And it says Paphos is 54 kilometres in English money, because a lot of people are watching from the UK. That's about, what, 35-ish miles, isn't it? So, stick with us. We are going to take a left, and we're going to Paphos. They spelt it there, P-A-F-O-S. And you can spell it P-A-P-H-O-S. And I think you can spell it some other ways as well. Anyway, or you can write it in Greek. Not that I would understand that, probably neither would you. Anyway, we are slowly but surely going to join that highway. And I tell you what, the weather is absolutely spectacular. If you're watching, wondering what the weather's like in December, and I say this now, we're in the third week of December. We're not in the first week of December, no, we're in the third week. And the temperature, what time is it now? Let's have a quick look. What time is it? It is almost 3 o'clock, and the temperature outside, according to this BMW, is 20.5, and it's German, so they don't lie. Outside is 20.5 degrees. Inside, it is 18 degrees because I've got the air conditioning on. Don't feel sorry for me. I'm suffering a lot because I'm on my Todd. Cyprus has gone away for a month. But as I say, hopefully, we will somehow, through the magic of filmography, that's a big word, isn't it? And editing, that's a small word but very difficult, come up with some videos with Miss Oching Brasilia going, "Hello everybody," and dancing around. And you might even get to see her beauty now and again. Anyway, stick with me. We are heading towards Paphos. And if you want, what do you think? Shall we make this video all the way to Paphos? It's going to be a long video, but luckily I've got a nice big cigar and I've got a nice hot latte, which is courtesy of one of our superstars, and of course that is Lady Marika, Oching Brasilia LaBeouf. Lady Marika, Yasibala Blue. Thank you very, very much indeed. I'll be supping on that, and I'll be tonking on this cigar, especially for Sir Bernie, Lady Jan, of course Sir Martin, and of course Lady Victoria, and anyone else like Lord Derek Scully and his LaBeouf, who likes to know that Mr. Paul smokes a cigar or two. And to be honest, it's becoming a very, very expensive habit. I understand, I thank each and every one of you that has gifted me a cigar. I do thank you for that. I thank Mr. Oh yeah, Andros. He gives me quite a few cigars, but on top of all that, I have to go and buy him as well. It's become a very, very expensive habit. Luckily, one or two of you do gift us a coffee or two, so I thank you very, very much indeed. How do you do that? Well, on that note, you go and hunt us down on Google if you want. That's the easiest way to do it. Google these magic words: buy me a coffee, Marika and me. Up will come our landing page. You can read that little bit more about us, and of course you can choose to read all the comments, and there's a lot of them. You can keep scrolling back and finding out what people got to say to us and what we say back. And of course you can choose to gift us that coffee or two. Perhaps you want a birthday shout out, perhaps you want an anniversary shout out, perhaps you want us to go somewhere special just for you, perhaps, I don't know, let us know in the comments. Perhaps you want me to jump off a cliff. Guess what? It might happen, especially for you. Gift us those virtual coffees, and we say thank you very, very much indeed. You can also choose to become one of our superstar members on the Buy Me a Coffee platform at only €10 a month. And that's what keeps us afloat, and that's what keeps us making these little videos, especially for you. I'd like to thank one or two of the superstars out there. If you're in downtown Glasgow and your name is Lady Kirsty, we hope you're feeling much, much better. We hope you're ready for Christmas. We know you're going to have a great, great time indeed, and we will look forward to seeing you next year, which is not far away. If you're in downtown Glasgow and your name is Sir John Ricey, we thank you very, very much indeed. Have a great, great Christmas. Make sure that you've got that little tin on the table for all the, what do we say, the bad words, and of course you can pull it up very, very rapidly with your friends, and of course you could use that money to buy us a coffee or two, and of course we thank you very, very much from the bottom of our two hearts, and we're looking forward to seeing you in March. And of course all of the other superstars, we thank you very, very much indeed. Lady Zena, our Sir Kev, oh yeah, thank you very, very much, and we know that you had a great, great time only last week, and you had a great, great birthday, and we know that Sir Kev looked after you very, very well indeed. And Zena, Kev, have a great, great Christmas and a very, very happy New Year indeed. And we mean this to all of our family members, whether you buy us a coffee, whether you're a superstar or not. We love you all from the bottom of our two hearts, and we thank you very, very much for coming back now and again. You don't have to watch every video. Come back now and again, leave us a comment, and we thank you very, very much indeed. We are heading from Limassol, and we're heading in the direction of Paphos. I'm going to set the cruise control because, well, those little buggers in blue are always waiting, especially for you. They don't really want to book you in Cyprus, by the way. In fairness to the Cyprus police, I know quite a few of them, and they are absolute stars. They really, really do not want to infringe your credit card in any shape or form. So to be honest, all they want to do is sit in the shade, smoke a cigar or two, and have a latte or two, and of course do as little as possible. I don't mean that as an insult to them. They really, really don't want to punish you. So please, please, they say, don't speed, because that's the bit they don't like. Like this tunnel here, it's an 80. That guy's not going to slow down, I understand that, but I am. Because more often than not, on the other side of the tunnel, there are a couple of boys in blue, and they're waiting, and I mean waiting, especially for you. So watch your speed, don't talk on a mobile phone, perhaps don't make YouTube videos. If you are on a mobile phone, whether you're in a tourist car or not, if you happen to see them, drop the phone and wave to them and say sorry, and they will not pull you over, I promise you. They really, really don't want to do it. If you continue to talk on your mobile phone, well, guess what? They're going to come straight after you with their little blue lights flashing, and they're going to say to you, why did you not put your phone down? We understand in some countries, I'm not going to say those names of those countries, you can get beaten at the side of the road for talking on a mobile phone or for speeding, and then of course they go around and check all your papers, and they're checking your tyres and your lights, and you end up bankrupt. Luckily for me, I'm already bald and bankrupt, so I haven't got that problem. We're coming through the tunnel now. Yes, there's no police sitting here, but more often than not, they're sitting right there. They really are. So let's boot it up a little bit more, get ourselves back up, let's get the cruise on, let's get ourselves up to 100 kilometers an hour. That's the actual official speed limit. That's saying 80 kilometers now is over unless you are above 3.5 tons. And luckily for me, I am not. And neither does this BMW. There we go. So we're doing 100 kilometres an hour, which is what? 62.5 miles an hour, is it? Or is it just under? I don't know, but we're not speeding anyway. So let's have a nice gentle cruise to Paphos on a fabulous day. It really is a fabulous day. There's some boys in blue up here. They appear to have pulled a lorry over. You see? There you go. A couple of boys in blue, told you. And they're waiting, especially for you. These two lorries have obviously come through, and that car, you see, they're getting clever. Normally there's parked just further down, which most people know about. Now they've moved a bit further, so of course you boot it and you come out. And there you go. They're waiting for you. And they've done very, very well indeed. And to be honest, if you're speeding, well, sod you. There you go. Tell you what, that's a nice view, isn't it? It's going to get better, so don't click off just yet. On our travels now, coming up very, very soon indeed, will be a place called Pissouri. And that's a very, very popular place. Lots of people go there on holiday, and lots of people understand that it is a great, great beach indeed. I was talking with one of our superstars not that long ago in the Pelican restaurant. If you're in downtown Little Flats and your name is Viking Ronnie, I'm talking to you. It was an honour and a pleasure to meet you again and again. I will look forward to seeing you again, obviously. He understands that Pissouri Bay is a great, great place to go. And he likes to adventure all around from Limassol to Pissouri to Paphos. He goes to Nicosia. He's going to correct me now, but you can go on the intercity buses from Paphos to Nicosia. I think it's around about 10-ish euros. Drop in the comments, Viking Ronnie, how much is it? But we know it's cheap. So there and back for around about 10 euros. From Paphos to Limassol, there and back around 5-6 euros. That's pretty cheap, isn't it? And the intercity buses are good buses, pretty new, very well maintained, all air conditioned. You might get a grunt off the driver, but it doesn't mean you any harm, that's for sure. These are the hills now of Pissouri coming up, and if you look carefully, you can see on top of them, of course, there are lots of apartment complexes and villas. It'll get better as you go around the next bend, if you understand me. And they all have one thing in common. They look out to the left, out towards the blue Mediterranean Sea. And it really is spectacular. So what I suggest you do is get on a big bird or a canoe and start paddling like crazy. Paphos, Cyprus, Limassol, Pissouri, Marika and me. We're waiting, and we really are, especially for you. I'm going to let you enjoy the view for a little bit while I try and light this big cigar with my new lighter. But I forgot to fill it up with the benzene or whatever it is this morning, so I'm not sure it's going to light. Yeah, it's lighting. There you go. See, when you buy a quality lighter, well, I say it's for free. To be honest, I went into the cigar shop yesterday, and Andreas, the guy who owns it, he came to me and said, "Hello, how are you?" I said, "I'm very good, how are you?" He said, "Oh, I'm very good." He said, "I'd like to give you a present." I said, "Oh, a cigar?" He goes, No, I'd like to give you a lighter." I said to him, "What, you mean one of the €1 lighters?" He goes, No, come to the cabinet, choose the lighter you want. And there was some nice lighters, don't get me wrong, but some of them were quite ornate, and some blew the flame out the side, some burnt your face off. And what he wanted me to have was about €30, but I chose this one, which reminds me of a bit of like a Cartier. I don't know if you can see that, but it's quite a nice little lighter. There it is. Hopefully it's on camera, I don't know. There it is. And I quite like it. And he said, okay, have that one. It was €20, I think. And it's quite a good lighter. It's serviced me all day yesterday and all day today. Now it's starting to run out, so I should have filled it up. That's because I'm an idiot. But luckily, a man who has a lighter understands that if you're a very, very clever man indeed, you carry a Bic. Not that I'm getting sponsored by Bic, well, not yet. I'm hoping they will in the future, but I've got a nice Bic lighter, and hopefully that one is going to light this cigar, especially for me. So enjoy the views while I light it up. I can't even say the names on those signs, so don't even get me to try it. My pronunciation is, wow, Sherlock Holmes. Absolutely terrible. Anything I can say is Rhythm. Why can I say Rhythm? Because that's where I'm from. And on that note, if you're from Rhythm and you're watching, drop in the comments. I know a chap just down the road, and his name is Sir, and his next name is Michael, and his last name is Crompton. So a very, very good morning to you, Sir Michael. If you're in downtown Llangollen, you never know, you might be paddling down crazy down the Llangollen Canal. Probably not, it's a little bit cold, but you could be on your way to Wrexham or to Chester to buy some Christmas presents for that special person in your life. And talking about Wrexham, there's a girl in Monera, and she's got a man in her life, and that is Sir Phil. I bet he's wandering around Wrexham as we speak, looking for that special gift for the girl in his life, who of course is Lady Helen. A very, very good morning to you. Hopefully Monera is keeping well, and hopefully the village bakery hasn't expanded too much and is not now in your back garden. I'm missing you like crazy, and well, you never know, we might get to see you again next year. Slowly but surely, we are going to get towards Pissouri. What does it say on this sign here? Yes, it does. It says Pissouri Bay. What do you think? Do you fancy going to have a look at Pissouri Bay? What do you think? I'll let you decide while I smoke the cigar for a little bit. The turning's coming up in about half a kilometre, isn't it? You decide. Do you want me to turn left, or do you want me to just keep going? Okay, we'll go left. So, don't click off just yet. We're heading down towards Pissouri Bay. And that means that you are going to get a view straight out across into the abyss, into the blue Mediterranean Sea. And this view is going to be especially for Lady Lubika. We're loving you like crazy. Thank you very, very much for those virtual coffees. I've already had a couple, and I think when I get to Paphos, I'll go and get another one. Thank you very, very much. Hopefully Warwickshire is not treating you too badly, and hopefully you're all wrapped up warm and getting ready for Christmas. You never know, you might catch Mr. Paul singing Last Christmas, especially for you, very, very soon indeed. Let's get to the end of the road, and we are going to go towards the right. And as you can see, it says Pissouri Bay, 3 kilometres. In English money, that's only about a mile and a bit. So, here we go. Now we're going to take a left, as it says, Pissouri Bay. Nice little road, this actually. It's got some nice little views as we wiggle and waggle through the hillside, and then all of a sudden it will open out, and I promise you, you're going to get a view to die for. Lady Ali, get ready. Get yourself on the edge of your seat. Hang on to Sir Neil. Get the 2 dads, Sir Brian and of course Lord Mike, all huddled together, because I promise you, in another few minutes, you're going to get a great, great view indeed. It's a view up there with the view around Coral Bay, and it may even be better than the view from the rear of the Venus Beach Hotel. Don't forget, the villa is booked, the flights are booked. You'll be dancing the Chuchuchka in downtown Paphos Harbour far, far sooner than you think. Why is this taxi going slow? Let me guess. He's on the Taxi Daxi app, probably. And he's weaving a bit, isn't he? How do I know it's a taxi, you're thinking? It looks like a black Mercedes. Well, it's got like a yellowy, orangey plate. That's the giveaway. That means it's a taxi. And he's on his mobile phone. Yeah. Perhaps he's making a YouTube video. You never know. Is that Johnny coming the other way in his Porsche? No, it's not. No, his Porsche is a lot nicer than that, isn't it, Lana? Much, much nicer indeed. A lot faster. And it's got 3 special letters on the back. Those special letters, well, one's a G, which is a good letter. The next one is a T, which means it's a very, very good letter. And the next one is an S. Yep, Johnny's got a GTS. Oh my goodness. Yeah. When a Porsche is just not good enough, you make sure that you get a GTS. Oh my goodness. I promise you, Pissouri Bay is coming up very, very soon indeed. See this hillside on the left, see the hillside on the right. You can see it started to fall away into that blueness in a couple of minutes. Oh yeah, you're going to get a view. Mr. Andros, no, he's a Lord actually. Lord Andros, if you're watching, guess what? We're coming to Pissouri Bay. Could be a special, special place indeed. Lots of people know it, lots of people come here on holiday, and perhaps if you've not been here, perhaps you want to consider it because it is a very, very nice place indeed. And you never know, one of these days, the Cyprus Tourism Board might chuck us a couple of bob or two. You never know. That Deputy Tourism could be watching one of our Marika and me videos. He's got his own personal expenses credit card. Oh my goodness, he could buy us millions of coffees. Go on, think about it. I'm sure Nikos the President won't mind. Well, he might do. Well, I'll suggest it to him when I go and have a cigar with him in February. Don't click off. No. This little black Honda, very reliable car, by the way. If you've got a Honda Jazz, you're a very clever person indeed. This little Honda knows where he's going. He's going to Pissouri Bay, and the sun is going to be glistening upon it. Oh yeah. So just stick with us. We're going to get into the Pissouri Bay car park very, very soon. A little bit of off-roading, just for lady. Oh. So sweet, Caroline. So quickly run and get yourself a memory foam pillow. Just before you do, pour a tot or two. Tell you what, it's Christmas. Get him a bottle and pour it straight down his throat. That's Lord Nigel of the big guns. We're wishing you both a very, very Merry Christmas, and we hope you have a great, great time. We hope Miss Ellie and we hope Barney is dancing around all the mistletoe in the world, and of course Lord Nigel will be kissing you like crazy. Look at that. That's the Captain's Bay restaurant there. I remember going there not that long ago with Miss Otching was in the booth, and we had a great meal. We did. If I remember rightly, there was a girl all the way in downtown Kiev with us. You never know. Ilona, you may be watching. That view is especially for you. Merry, Merry Christmas, Ilona. Have a great, great time indeed. And perhaps, hasta luego. Thanks for watching. Mr. Paul will see you again very, very soon indeed. Feast your eyes and digest. This cigar's nice. Very good. It doesn't get much better than that. Well, it does actually. Miss Otching will see the booth. But she's on her way to Tbilisi. Never mind. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again very, very soon. Indeed.